That's likely to be the case that we'll witness.
And talking about presidential candidates, aspirants, let's like us to go to the Hustler Center, that is for UDA, where my colleague Sam Kizuku is there. Interviews for the presidential candidates is currently underway. Sam Kizuku, how many aspirants have so far appeared for today's interview?
Well, thank you, Brenda. So far, we have 3 aspirants who have already arrived at the Hustler Center for the vetting of the presidential, who are aspiring to vie for the presidential with the UDA party. Earlier on, we had the Deputy President, William Ruto, who was here. I went through the process. Right now, we have other 2 candidates who are still in the process of vetting, and we are going to speak to the party SG to give us a brief about today's event. Welcome to KTN.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
And thank you for coming to cover the event that was happening today. It's part of the process that all candidates are going through. We have had all the other candidates in other categories, governors, we've had the senators, the women reps, the members of parliament, the members of county assemblies, and they have all passed through, and even the women reps, they have passed through this process of being cleared, verification of their documentation, eligibility criteria to confirm whether they meet the eligibility criteria. And so what we were doing today is we were going through the process of verification of our presidential candidates. So, and we have had a couple of applications, and we had one application from His Excellency Dr. William Samuel Ruto, and we had another application from a lady who is a person living with disabilities, a student from, I think, Kenya, JKUAT, and we have one more gentleman. He's called Jeffney Orina from Kisii. Those are the applications we were looking at today, and under our constitution, this eligibility is handled by the NEC. That is why you have seen the NEC meeting today. And it was a 2-step process where they first go through the verification. The verification confirms whether the payment for the nomination fees have been done, whether a portfolio has been created and their pictures taken in, and it goes on to confirm the authenticity of their documentation, because presidential candidates require a degree certificate on a bare minimum. So that's the process that they were going through. We are on candidate number 3 right now, Jeffney Orina. That's the one who is going through the interview. The first candidate, His Excellency Dr. William Samuel Ruto, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, has gone through the full verification, and he was found eligible to even sit for the interview, and he has been cleared as a candidate. And what awaits now is the NDC process, the National Delegates Congress, that is happening on 15th of March. That's on Tuesday at Kasarani, so that the final process of his party presidential bid can be put to test under the NDC process. Then the second candidate, Tracy Wanjiro, she's a young lady living with disability. She's a third-year student. She did not meet the criterion because she did not have qualifications of a degree certificate. And the third candidate is going through the process right now. They will be confirming every single step whether that has been met, and we are waiting for that now to be completed so that we can also determine whether he's eligible to move to the NDC process or he's not eligible to move to the NDC process. So that is what has been happening today.
Thank you very much. So we shall keep getting more information from this end. We shall update you from other presidential aspirants as soon as the vetting process is completed. Back to you, Brenda.
Thank you so much, Sam Githuku, for getting the sentiments of the UDA official. And on that note, gentlemen, I know we're talking about NASA's big day today, and not NASA, sorry, Azimio la Umoja, big day today. But then before we go back to that discussion, I'd just like to pick your mind on what you've heard, the official of, UDA, that is UDA, talk about in terms of vetting of their candidates. You know, it's somehow the point I was getting, from that discussion she had with my colleague, Sam Githuku, it sounded like already the DP has been cleared. It's just waiting the delegates conference just to say, you know, you're the flag bearer, yet interviews are still ongoing.
I think, Brenda, that was a very good comic relief from the serious discussions we've had since 9:30. Veronica has started by thanking KTN for covering the event that was there, which means the vetting started and ended with William Samoei Ruto. What is going on now is some kind of a comedy. She has revealed in her talk that they have already cleared William Ruto and she's awaiting the delegates conference on Tuesday for endorsement. Why are they wasting the time for other interviewees? They say they have 2 other interviewees. And what chance do they stand? It was just a show of some public relations, in my opinion, and the vetting is of no consequence. The presidential candidate for UDA has been and will always be William Ruto for the purposes of August election.
Hanyoka?
Yeah, I think this explains, this is actually demonstrates once again what happens in party politics. These parties belong to individuals. There's nothing you can do. Whoever the gentleman or lady who dreams to be a president through UDA from Kisii, it's just a dream, and that is it. And this party, you should know, belongs to somebody, and they're doing it.
All right.
And perhaps this is what will trickle down in almost every other slot. That clearly, as a party, they will be clear who they want to give the ticket. And even if you come through a process, it's simply a process that is already predetermined.
All right, so let's shift our focus to Azimio. And talking about nominations, Echesa, that is where the rubber meets the road.
Yes.
Especially when it comes to affiliate parties that will